Welcome to my spoiler review of Attack on Titan Season 4, Episode 21. Once again, a spectacular episode. Once again, Attack on Titan is able to cram like 35 minutes into like 19 minutes. It was so much happened this episode. It was really awesome. But unlike the last couple episodes, which is pretty much just all like, oh my god, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life, I have a few questions and like just, I don't know, some of this kind of was like, wait, what? Mostly to do with Yumi's backstory. So we start off the episode and it's Eren's dad just crushing all the kids and everything, ripping apart the Titan, consuming the power, getting the founding Titan power. Really great start. Absolutely horrific. Great to just see it kind of, you know, in full. And then we cut to the dad just being like, no, why did I do this? But then we kind of play just like the last 2.5 minutes of last episode. I hate it when they do this. It's like, I just saw that episode last week. Many times. But I mean, even if you just saw it once, we just saw it. Put that in the, I don't know, previously, if you really want us to, I don't know, sometimes it just really annoys me. It's like, we could have gone extra 2 minutes with something else, but whatever. It's done it a few times before, so whatever. I guess it gets you back in the mood, but it just feels unnecessary. And then they kind of talk for a bit and they're just like, I don't know, they pretty much just sum up what we saw last episode. He's like, I kissed Destroyer's hand, but this is what I really saw. And it's like, okay, this is all fine, good stuff. But then we get to kind of the juicy stuff of the episode. The meat of the episode. And it's just mostly a Ymir flashback. And it's pretty cool. I really like how they've got all the lines all over all the people's faces. It makes the flashback really dreary. And everyone just looks really depressed and kind of ominous. And it's just got this weird vibe to it. And I really do think like the lines across everyone's eyes just... It freaks me out. It's just like, oh. And it makes it when she opens her eyes right at the end of the episode quite powerful. It's like, oh my god, her eyes. Which I really liked. But the flashback, I have questions. So in this flashback, we get, you know, she's a slave. She gets captured. She becomes a slave of the Eldian people. And I don't know, we see a kind of a montage of things playing out. And the flashback's very brief and very quick. And like it gets very succinct to the point. A pig is let out apparently. And all the townsfolk are like, oh, we don't want to all lose an eye. Because like everyone will lose an eye unless you bring forward who did this. So they all point to Ymir. But we have no proof that it was Ymir. So it's just like, did she do it? Are they just blaming her for reasons? So, one, that just seemed a bit like, okay, wow, what did she do? Like, is she a bitch? Like, what did she do to deserve that? Like, there was no setup scene. It was just like they all decided to pick her for reasons. Fine. I guess it probably was explained more in the manga. Sure. And then, I don't know, we get a scene where she's like running away. He's like, you're free now. And then we get like a Ramsay Bolton scene where they're all on horses chasing her like a dog and shooting arrows into her. And she's almost going to die. And then she sees a big tree with a big hole in it. And she's like, I'm going to walk into this tree. And she walks in and what happens? She falls. She falls into water or something. Yes, water. She falls into water and this squid, centipede, underwater jellyfish thing, like the original Titan power or something for reasons. I don't know. It latches onto her for reasons and she becomes the first Titan. Okay, cool. I mean, a bit random and weird. I was like, I don't know what I expected. It was just a bit like, okay, jellyfish, underwater centipede thing for reasons. Cool. I'll go with it. It's all visually interesting and like moody and atmospheric. Just a bit random. I'm just like, okay, why her? What does she do? Like, there's like one brief line about her being like, I'm nice. I'm trying to be nice because I'm a slave. But really brief. Like, when I say brief, I mean like, you have to imply that over. Like, there's nothing. We get nothing. I really feel like this should have been a full big episode of just this. But whatever. I guess there's more bigger fish to fry. Which I was happy to get back to that stuff. But it was just kind of like, do we need more? Is it this brief in the manga? I actually don't want to know. I don't want to know anything from the manga, so I don't know why I'm asking. But yeah, I just felt a bit like, okay, cool. All right. And then my biggest issue, or my biggest question, just confusion really. It's not an issue, it's just like confusion. Is she pops out, she's like, I'm a Titan now. And I'm like, oh, okay. That king guy, that guy who like, you know, her slave master, he's gonna get killed so hard. No. Apparently, immediately, he's just like, thank you for cultivating land and fighting all my army's battles for me and and all this stuff. It's like, what do you mean? Why'd she do any of that? Is she enslaved to you still somehow, even though she's a giant Titan and could just squash you like a bug? Just squash you like a bug. I don't understand. I don't understand any of this. Ymir seems like a terrible character and yeah, sure, the first part, she's a slave, there's nothing she can do. Now you got all the power. And he's like, oh, thank you for doing all these things. Now I'm going to give you a gift. She's like, ooh, a gift. That sounds good. Or she's not like that, 'cause she's depressed and emotionless the entire episode. But he's like, I'm going to give you a gift. My seed. 1, disgusting. Dude, ugh, gross. 2, that's not a gift. It's not a gift. Ugh, I hate this guy. And so she just goes, yep, I'm not going to turn into a Titan and kill you for, claiming that presumable rape, but I guess maybe not. We're given no clues as to how she feels about this. She's just emotionless. Black lines over her eyes, just emotionless. She just accepts it, but is that acceptance in like a tragic, like there's nothing I can do, I'm a slave way? Or is it like, I don't know, I have no idea how to read this scene except for how I feel watching it, which was, well, that's gross and weird and probably a rape. But I don't know, whatever. They have a bunch of kids. She murders lots of, they get a big army. She murders lots more armies and stuff. And she just does what he wants. But it's like, when was it implied that the Titan power from the jellyfish underwater centipede thing was going to make her still a slave to this random king? Like, anyone could have walked into that big tree. Anyone! Or couldn't have they? Was she called there? No answers given. This is a huge origin flashback reveal. Completely clueless. I feel like I have 45 more questions, or like 7. I have 7 questions, let's say. Who knows? I feel like I have a lot. It's just, I don't understand. It's weird. It just feels a bit like random. Just like he was just like, okay, all right, Titan power. How did they get the Titan powers? All right, tree, big tree, falls into some water. Jellyfish clings to her body. She's a Titan. What more do they want? A real answer? Something that's not incoherent nonsense? I don't know. It just was really confusing. Really atmospheric and like moody and like interesting, but I really don't know if we're going to get any more. And I think that's my biggest issue. Is like, we've got like 7 episodes left. And considering how the episode ends, which is spectacular and incredible, it's kind of like, have we got time for another flashback? I really was expecting more. And then Aaron's like, I'm interrupting your flashback. Stop being a slave, Ymir. Stop being a slave. And it's like, yeah, that's just the audience being like, why were you a slave for 2,000 years? Like, I guess when you're trapped in this sand, dune, desert, landscape, hellscape, wherever you are, you're trapped or whatever, but I don't know, what made her dive in front of the king? There's never a point where, at first she's like, oh, I'm sad, but then by the end of it, she's like, actually, I'm happy being enslaved to this king. There's no like Daenerys episode 1 to Daenerys episode 10 of the first season, where she's like, actually, I love my Khal Drogo, I love being a savage, I'm gonna lead the savages, and you're like, okay, I see what happened here. I'm not asking for 10 episodes of full character development, just like one scene that just makes us go, they're happy in love. Because her having kids is not that. She could have kids and totally not be cool with it, and I still got nothing from her. And then she jumps in front of him, and it's like, okay, you could argue that, she jumped in front of him, so that shows how much she loves him. But why does she love him? You can't just say that she does. Show me why. I don't understand. And he's like, get up, you can't be dead, I need you to use your powers, you stupid slave. And I'm like, this guy sucks. And then I guess she like, I don't know, I always was like, is she choosing to die right now? Like, she's like, screw this, I'm sick of being a slave. You're a Titan, kill him, just kill it. I don't understand. But then the episode kind of really cranks up, and the king goes full psychopath, which we all knew he would be. And he's like, make all the kids eat every part of her body, and they start cannibalizing her and eating her and mushing up her body and eating it. And that was, holy fucking shit. Like, what the hell? Like, oh my god. Oh, so gross, so disgusting. Really liked it though. And he's like on his deathbed, and he's like, every baby, make them eat the next baby's spine, and just continue the cycle of eating each other's spines and procreate and eat each other's spines. And he just like went on this tirade, and I'm like, this show is losing its mind. This is incredible. I understand where he's coming from. I understand what he's doing to these kids. These kids are now trapped in this thing. I understand all this. Obviously, they could just, one of them turns into a Titan and just be like, hey, this is all screwed up, and just kill him. When he's dead, what are they... I guess when he's dead, they're like, I don't know, I guess this is our tribe, and maybe the next king's cool and not a piece of shit, making us, like, raping us for more kids, and we're just gonna... I don't know. It's just very, very, like... I don't know, not fleshed out enough. Like, that part of it felt like it was ramping up, and I don't know, just the cannibalization, the depravity of it all. I was just kind of, I'm getting behind that, but yeah, I don't know, the Ymir stuff. I just don't like her character. She seems really weak and like, I don't know, why are you accepting to be a slave? Now you got this Titan power that you magically got randomly for no reason. You didn't do anything to earn it. You just like happened to walk into the right place at the right time. That's how it all started. Just someone walked into the place at the right time. And she just continued to be a slave. And I guess I don't know. I guess the whole point of it is that like, she's like, I'm a slave forever. And that's just my lot in life. Which I guess you could be beaten down to the point where that's what you think, I suppose. But most people, I think, who feel that way don't suddenly get magical powers and become the only Titan in existence. So I don't know. You've kind of got a leg up there. So, I don't know, just saying. But then it goes kind of parallel to Eren being like, we're not slaves, this and that. We've got to be freedom. Freedom, that's his whole thing. He's like, I want to be free. I want to get outside these walls. And so Eren like grabs her and he's like, listen to me. You brought me here. You've been waiting 2,000 years for me, Eren, the main character of the show. And so then he's like, let's rumble, baby. And then the episode really, truly loses its absolute mind. And it was shocking to just see it happen so early. I mean, I knew it was coming, but to actually see the walls fall like this was, it was quite something. So we finally get the rumbling. Rumble time, baby. And it's all rocks falling everywhere. The wall just shatters. It crumbles. And it's just like crazy to behold the walls just falling down. It just feels like it happened so quickly. It wasn't like a slow, gradual cracking. It was just like... And before I even knew what was happening, it's just like, oh my god, okay. Lots of Titans everywhere. But once again, I have a few questions, but these are kind of more exciting, kind of, oh my god, kind of like thoughts. They're all just big colossal Titans? Was that revealed at some point? Did we know that was just going to be big colossal Titans? I feel like, I don't know, in my brain, I imagined like more of like a mosaic collage of Titans, like all scrambled in there, which now I say that, I'm like, I don't know why I thought that. It makes a lot more sense to have all the big ones and the walls built around them. They're all just standing there shoulder to shoulder like an army. But I don't know. I was like, I guess until it happened, I was like, I guess in my mind, I imagined it would more like crumble and all the Titans would fall down and there'd be more like little Titans, different classes of Titans and all that kind of stuff. And not to say I'm disappointed at all. I think the visual of it was quite shocking and terrifying. And now it makes sense. Like, they're all going to go march across the seas and destroy everyone. So I guess they've got to be the big ones. Otherwise, all the little ones would have to climb on a couple of the big ones. And I don't know. I get this is a simpler, cleaner visual for the end game, if you will. So I kind of understand that. Now it's happened. But yeah, I was just like, oh, yeah. I guess I hadn't thought about what kind of Titans. I guess I just thought there was going to be a fun variety. You know, like a mixed bag of lollies. Not just a bag of lollies where there's just the one flavor in it. But that's fine. That's totally fine, I guess. And then we get another thing, which is really, really awesome. But then I'm also kind of like, I don't know. We're not going to get Eren Attack Titan anymore. It's like, is he done? Because he seems like he got his head chopped off. But then, like, the best part of the episode was when the squid, tentacle, centipede, underwater jellyfish thing, like, comes out into the universe, like the real world, and attaches from Eren's body to his severed head. And I'm like, oh, it's going to, like, climb in and crawl back, and then he's going to attack Titan. But maybe a bit bigger or something? No. Just an entirely different Titan, full giant skeleton, crawling centipede skeleton thing. We don't even really get a good look at it. It's very weird looking, very disturbing, very creepy. I like the look of it. It's really ominous. And I didn't really think about this, to have like a leader Titan that's bigger than anything leading the way. And Eren can now talk to everyone. Everyone's flashed to the blue land and he's like, it's me, Eren Yeager. My voice is scarier now. I'm menacing and evil. And it's like, okay, I can vibe this. And everyone's like, oh, reminding me of the end last Harry Potter, where everyone's like, oh, Voldemort's in my mind. And he's just like, that's me, Voldemort. Give me Harry Potter. So I really liked all that. A little bit, I don't know. I hope we get more Attack Titan, but it really feels like we're past that. I guess he maybe did kind of die and can't fully revive himself. But also maybe he can just pop out and be like, it's me, Eren Yeager, your favorite main character, maybe evil character now. I don't know. Overall, very exciting. I think now it's going to really, like the first couple of episodes were just like action, 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 action. And I was like, whoa, we are not taking a breath to slow down. And now I feel like, once again, we are going to just full throttle for the last 7 episodes. It's going to be crazy madness. I actually thought this would be way closer to the end, where I'd be like, I kind of see where it's going to go. We'll have 2 episodes of him destroying everything. And they'll be like, Eren, you're going too far. We've got to stop you. And he's like, you can't stop me. I'm too powerful. But now we've got 7 full episodes. I guess it could just be that, but stretched over more episodes. But I do wonder, Armin seems a bit like, oh no, Eren, maybe too far. And Mikasa is like, he's on my side. I love Eren. So it'd be actually cool if they fought over Eren and Mikasa had to like kill Armin to stop him from stopping Eren or something. I don't know. Very excited. I hope Zeke's not dead. But yeah, without the Attack Titan, I guess he's not going to fight Reiner again, which seems a bit weird. Feels like they need one final showdown. But I guess they've had a lot of showdowns at this point, so whatever. Who knows? I'm very excited, but yeah, Ymir, I don't understand your character motivations whatsoever. You baffle me. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, comment, all the things. Hit the notification bell. But yeah, let me know. What are you thinking about Titan? Did you love it? Explain Ymir's motivations. Unless it's a manga spoiler, then get the fuck out of here. Please. Respectfully, get the fuck out of here. Like and comment and stuff, but just non-manga related spoilers. I'm asking for it now, aren't I?